You've likely heard me talk about value investing, patience, and living below your means. But today I want to dive into something that matters even more than your SAT scores, your fancy degree, or how many letters you can put after your name, your character. Now, if you're watching this channel, Warren Buffett wisdom, you probably care about building wealth, running a strong business, and developing a mindset that lasts a lifetime. But trust me when I say, none of those goals work if you don't have a solid moral foundation. Today we'll explore why character is more important than brains or credentials, and I'll share a handful of actionable steps you can start using right now to strengthen your own character and see positive results almost immediately. Why character matters more than IQ or certificates at first. Let me explain why I believe character trumps intelligence and credentials. In my early days, I was a young guy in Omaha who sold chewing gum door to door and collected Coke bottles to make a few dollars. I knew very little about formal finance. Over time, I learned that investors and partners are looking for one essential quality above all else. If someone's honest, reliable, and aligns their actions with their words, you'd be comfortable giving them your hard-earned money to manage. Brains and diplomas matter, but if you're the sort of person who exaggerates facts, cuts corners, or bails when things get difficult, your smart resume won't make up for the moment you break your word. That single moment can destroy decades of goodwill. I first met Charles Clay Kinder in the early 1960s. He had a degree from Vanderbilt and seemed impressive on paper. But what convinced me to invest in his small Illinois trucking company wasn't his diploma. It was how he treated people. His word was gold. He negotiated fairly, treated his employees well, and always paid suppliers on time. Over decades, that reputation created an economic moat around his business, far stronger than any fancy business plan ever could. I've seen plenty of smart folks with top grades and Ivy League credentials who made one bad moral choice, and boy, did it cost them. Their reputations evaporated, investors ran for the hills, and their careers collapsed faster than a roof in a snowstorm. Brains can give you a fast start, but character keeps you on the road. Reputation, once gone, is extraordinarily hard to rebuild. If you're building a life, a company, or a portfolio, trust is your most valuable asset, and that trust comes from consistent character. And now, let's talk about steps you can implement right now. You don't need an MBA. You don't need a six-figure salary. You only need the willingness to do the right thing, day in, day out. Here are 5 things you can start doing immediately. 1. Tell the truth, always, even when it's hard. Honesty builds trust. If you lie or shade the truth, no matter how small or harmless you think it is, people lose faith in your word. Today, find one situation where you've been tempted to bend the truth. Instead, practice radical transparency. If you owe someone an update or an explanation, give it fully, even if it's uncomfortable. You'll notice that once you choose honesty, that stress lifts, and others respond positively. 2. Keep your promises. Big and small reliability is the bedrock of character. If people know they can count on you, even for minor commitments like returning a phone call, their confidence in you grows. 3. Take responsibility. Own your mistakes. Brains or credentials won't save you if you can't admit when you're wrong. People forgive mistakes, but they rarely forgive cover-ups or blame shifting. If there's a recent mistake, at work, with a friend, in a financial decision, pick up the phone or send that email admitting your error. Explain what went wrong and lay out a plan for fixing it. You'll be surprised how positively people respond when they see you owning up. 4. Practice consistency. Show up the same way every day. Character is built over time, not in a day. When colleagues, investors, or family members know they'll see the same ethical behavior day after day, they quickly learn they can depend on you. For the next 7 days, create a simple character checklist. For example, was I honest in all my communications today? Did I keep my commitments? Did I acknowledge at least one mistake? Did I treat someone fairly, even when I could have taken advantage? Mark a yes or a no before you go to bed each night. In 1 week, you'll see patterns and areas to improve, and consistency will start to feel natural. 5. Surround yourself with people who value integrity. Your environment profoundly shapes your behavior. If you spend time with people who cut ethical corners, you're more likely to rationalize doing the same. Conversely, if your circle prizes honesty, you'll find it easier to do the right thing. Identify one person in your life who exemplifies integrity. This could be a mentor, colleague, or longtime friend. Reach out to them this week. Schedule a lunch or phone call. Ask them, how do you maintain integrity under pressure? Listen closely. Then consider adding one more person like that to your network, either by attending a local meetup, joining a professional group, or simply reconnecting with an old friend of high moral character. When you make decisions, whether it's hiring a new manager, choosing an investment, or deciding how to spend your free time, always ask yourself, does this choice reflect who I want to be? I've built my career on that simple question, and it'll steer you right every time. If you focus on building your character first, brains and credentials become bonus points, not the foundation. Sure, it's helpful to have a good education or to be smart. But if you lack honesty, humility, and discipline, those advantages can quickly evaporate. Every time you act with integrity, you're investing in your most valuable asset, your reputation. And reputation, in my opinion, is worth more than anything you can learn in a classroom. Character matters more than IQ or credentials because trust is the currency of business and personal relationships. Actionable steps you can start today. Tell the truth. Keep your promises, own your mistakes, practice consistency, and surround yourself with people of integrity. If you adopt these habits, you'll notice doors opening. People will seek you out. Partnerships will deepen, and you'll build a track record of dependability that nothing else can replace. If you found this video helpful, please hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss future insights and guides. Also, leave a comment below with one character building action you'll start this week. I'd love to know what you choose.